Welcome everybody, it's Delicia. This is a new video about 7.2 PTR patch notes and in general what we will get when it hits the live servers. So basically what we get in the 7.2, the biggest thing, we get a flying, so no longer ground mounts, you can use a fly mounts, but you need to complete the achievement. It's same like in Adrenaline flying achievement that you need to done. The new things about the game, the PvE part, is the boost groups are gonna get kinda disturbed in some sense, cause as you all know, if you get Black Rookhold, Vault of Wardens, or any other key that's not Maw of Souls, you're fucking screwed if you wanna get boost, cause they only do boost groups, cause face it, it only takes them 8 minutes to get the nice artifact power, and then again 8 minutes, and then they just grind for their traits, extra traits or off-spec traits, or just for some legendary or Titanforge items. So basically what they add is, for example, House of Valor. Nobody does it because it's too fucking hard and long. So House of Valor takes 45 minutes on timer. So what it means, they add the longer dungeon it is, more artifact power you get, and the longer dungeons you do, you get more artifact power because they added the artifact power in your weekly chest. So more mythic keystones you do, regular mythic stuff like that, you get more artifact power in your chest. So it means like if you get a Maw of Souls and you get the House of Valor, let's say like 6 and Maw of Souls 9, you'll be kind of considering to speedrun the Hearts of Valor 7, because it does give you more artifact power, but we don't know how much. Is it like, I don't know, 5 artifact power tokens and stuff like that? And they added the new traits. So yeah, if you want to save your tokens for the upcoming traits, you can't, because you can't redeem them. So if you are already stacking the tokens for artifact power, you better use them for your main spec, off spec, or whatever, because you can't use them when the new patch hits. And we're getting the new dungeon, we are getting the Cathedral of Eternal Night Mythic Keystone, we are getting the upper and the lower Karazhan Mythic Keystone version, we are getting the new affixes. Let me just find it here so you can see. Dungeons, the overflowing has been removed, but you're getting bursting, fell explosives, quaking, grievous. So this might change or not, it's only on the PTR, but let's just say it does. And they added the 60 seconds to the Black Rookhold timer. And what boosting does when the ads are slain, they causes all players to suffer 10% of the maximum HP or in damage over 4 seconds, and this affects stacks. So you're not gonna be able to just pull like 50 mobs slaying them, because basically you're gonna suffer 500% of your damage of your maximum health over 4 seconds. So might somebody you can ice block, turtle shield, bubble yourself, I don't know, use your fucking defensive. You have Fell Explosion at the level 7, and it's basically same as Volcanic, but it's different in some ways. Volcanic spawns under the nearby location player, and if you stand in it, it explodes and there's a ton shit of damage and you can get killed. This, the explosive orb, as it mentions here, it summons at nearby location and explode, inflicting 50% of your health, maximum health. So that's a lot. That's like if you have a tank that's on 30%, like taking ton shit of ads, and that spawns, he's gonna get screwed if he doesn't get healed or use any, if he uses all his mitigation to tank that ton shit of ads. he's gonna get screwed. We have quaking, not a big deal. It periodically causes like 20% of players' maximum health and interrupts your spells and spells of your nearby allies. So you wanna stay spread when you have quakes. So that will be kinda hard for melees, because yeah, if they stay nearby. And you have a Grievous, which is really, I would like to see that. It's a level 7, and what it does, it's when you're below your 90% health, you get Grievous Fiend. So I don't know what it does. And we have some bolstering affixes, range reduced to 30 yards, necrotic rod, skittish, yeah, thanks, fortified tyrannical, Sagino, and you have this mighty Kinstone can now direct you to lower Karazhan, upper Karazhan, and Cathedral of Eternal Light. And there is, like what I was talking on the end, longer dungeons such as Halls of Valor now award a proportionally higher amount of artifact power, and shorter dungeons such as Marvel Souls now award a proportionally lower amount of artifact power. So what it means, like the Halls of Valor is going to be like favorite for boosting, but it's going to be hard. I don't know. If they're going to boost the Halls of Valor, I'm happy, because I always get 15s, and from level 10 to level 16 that I already done, I always get Halls of Valor. So if players want to boost House of Valor, I have a key. I don't care if it's depleted or not. And you get quests now. Those are scaled to 860 instead of 845. And the Obliterum things, Obliterum Forge, now you can Obliterum to 865 or 70. I can't remember. We can see like to 840. Yeah, to 840, to 875. So what it means, that players that do Obliterum strategy and stuff like that are gonna get a ton shit of money, because it's 875 items. It's really nice boost for your health and stuff like that. And another thing you want to do is, if you are already stocked on your order resources, you just save them. That's good. If you don't have them, start farming, because they're gonna add 2 new upgrades, and one of them is that your relic that you get will give you 2 ranks instead of 1. So you're not gonna, if you have like, let's say I don't know, any artifact, I don't know, like I have one, I beam damage is increased by 15%, and it's gonna give you 2 ranks, so 30%. It's give you 1. A normal relic give you +1, like upgrade, and if you have a research, it gives you 2, and you get a new research. And they're pretty expensive, and they will take like maybe on PTR there's ones 1 day, 1 hour, but on nice servers it's gonna be like maybe 10 days, 7 days, I don't really know. And yeah, since the flying is gonna be unlocked, the translate stuff like that, the rare herbs and minerals are gonna get more accessible, so the prices of the minerals and herbs gonna drop. So what you want to do is, if you have your stacks prepared for a patch and stuff like that, you better sell them. And yeah, if you start stacking on the flask, potions, stuff like that, you better sell them now, because when the herbs prices go down, the prices of the flasks is gonna go down too. And maybe when the, I don't know, maybe when the people, enough people unlock flying, maybe the raid will be open then, and the supply will be bigger. But my personal advice is, you better sell it. You don't want to risk it. Like on my server, I see I was on the patch day when the Blood of Sargeras trader was introduced, and I thought, I was like, I had 600 Blood of Sargeras, I spent 200 to sell Foxflower because it was like 70 gold, and I sold and I made ton shit of gold from that. And only 3 days later, when people figured out the Blood of Sargeras trader, the Foxflower dropped to like 25 gold, Jaron's Kegel dropped to 25, Dreamleaf dropped to 10, Atrial dropped to 10, Starling Rose dropped to like 60, it was 150, it was really nice. You get 10 of them, it's 15k, you get 1.5k, excuse me. You get 100 of them, it's 15k, you get stack, it's 30k. And it only took you like 2 hours, 30k. So yeah, you should sell them. It's kind of my advice, but it's surely up to you and stuff like that. So my tips are: start farming your order resources so you can get the upgrades as soon as it's possible, because it gives you a really nice advantage. For gold, well, sell now depends on your server economy, because I don't know, on my server economy sometimes I have my flask priced for 5k, and 30 minutes later it's for like 400 gold. So the economy is crazy, so stuff like that. We're gonna get new world quests, we're gonna get class updates, flying is gonna be unlocked. You have, so for the Broken Isle Pathfinder Part 1, you need Exalt Reward, max reputation with Corporate Parandes, Nightfall, and Wardens, Dreamers. You just need max Legion reputation, that's all. And some classes are of course getting the new animations, stuff like that, transmog sets. You're gonna get PvP bravos if you're interested in that, if you do. So that's my advice. So look at this video and it will tell you how to prepare for patch 7.2. But don't worry, it will come, like, it will be released in like I think a month, something like that. I'm not really sure. So see you later.